Okay, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to our video. Today's video, we're here for You and I Are Polar Opposites Season 2, Episode 4. Last episode was a fantastic New Year's Day episode with Suzuki and Tani, where Suzuki scrambled to very nervously go meet Tani's parents at the very last minute. There was that whole thing where, Tani kind of invited her out of the blue, so she wasn't prepared, and she made that clear to him, which I actually really liked, that she was honest about the fact that, like, maybe you could have let me know a little bit further in advance so I had more time to prepare and think about it and things like that, because he literally just let her know the night before. So anyway, it turned out really nice. Tani's parents are really cool people, and Suzuki ended up getting along with them well. But then we had the whole crew went to a New Year's shrine visit together, and that was great as well. So it was an overall great episode, and let's see where we're gonna go from here. But per usual, feel free to check out the Patreon and Discord. Links are in the description below. As far as the Discord goes, talk about current anime, past anime, current manga, past manga, and have non-anime conversations as well. And as far as the Patreon goes, you get exclusives and uncuts to all my reactions. So, feel free to check out either of those, everyone will. However, it is up straight into You and I Are Polar Opposites Season 2, Episode 4. Oh god, more Taira stuff. This stuff always makes me sad. This poor kid. This poor kid had such a bad past, man. Oh. Is this like when him and... Oh, he's having a nightmare. A nightmare about his eyebrows? 6:50 in the morning. Ah, so not a nightmare, it is actually something that genuinely happened, and Ozma was just commenting on his eyebrows? I guess they did look a little, like, darker and maybe sharper there. Instead, every morning I enter through the north gate to the farthest end of the platform. Oh, Taira. Doing it this way at the start, I don't run into people I know. He didn't even intentionally do it, he just kind of found himself doing it. Taira literally, it's so funny because, yes, obviously they're differently written, but the way that they do his character and things like that feels like it's ripped straight from Ramparts. Yeah, it's a new term. Suzuki's hair, little Suzuki hair is still a little bit darker. So it's a new term, New Year's break is over, winter break is over, and we're in the final term of the year. The grandma forecast. Yu-chan, using the nickname his grandma called him. Damn, Taira took off. Taira's got quite a bit on the mind. Like, damn, he's stomping off with fervor. God damn. Oh, oh, that's hail. That is not snow. Oh. Oh, she ran to catch up to him. I was literally gonna say, he's taking off with the speed, but is she gonna catch up to him? And what do you know? Ozma ran all the way out of breath to catch up with him. It's so fucking cute, man. Oh my god. The slow burn. It's gonna kill me, but I love it so much, but it's so great, but it's gonna kill me, but I love it, but it's gonna kill me. You went out of your way to, yeah. No. She spotted him without an umbrella. Oh, that's it? This is not what I wanted. You've ended up sharing an umbrella with Ozma. Taira being like, no, I don't want to take your umbrella, you use it, and then this is what it ends up with. Oh, man. Looks like you... Oh! That is some wind! Oh my god, I love these two so much. It's just so like I don't know how to describe how like what I don't like what really draws me to their dynamic. I don't know how to describe it. It's just so well done. The kind of character that Taira is and the kind of character that Ozma is, and they're just like continually keep ending up together, and all their back and forths as friends is hilarious because there's obviously no romantic feelings at the moment. Neither of them are near developing something of that. Maybe it's like kindling in the background with how much time they spend with each other that they're liking each other more, but you know, like romantic thing is definitely still a far ways off. They're the slow burn of the series. Yeah, Suzuki and Tani immediately. Yamada and Nisshi are probably gonna happen sometime soon, and then they probably won't happen until like the very end. But yeah, just all their interactions are so good. They're just so fun, and I don't know, man. There's just something really great about it. Just like how this whole interaction unfolded was just so wholesome and fun. Like we know Taira had that nightmare, but it's a bad memory, so he's in a bad mood, so he's trying to stomp home. She sees him as it starts hailing, goes to try to give him an umbrella. He's like, no. They end up sharing the umbrella goes kaput as soon as Taira tries to hold it, then they just take off running together, and now they're on the train together. Like they were originally gonna split up, but they've just ended up together again. Did he? We didn't get to see that part. Probably while they were running. Yeah. Just take it. You're cold. Just take it. It's okay. What do you think about dyeing your hair black and styling it for a wet look? Oh damn, man. You do. True. I don't think that's why he changed though. I think he changed because he was scarred from that girl, you know, what happened with her. No, maybe I'm the one who's wrong here, or maybe he does just genuinely like fashion now, but back then, that what happened with that girl, it's probably the reason he's got a job, and probably the reason that he's changed how he dresses is because of that date he had with that girl where she didn't necessarily comment on it out loud, but you could see her reaction to what he was wearing, and you could see her reaction to him calling what they were getting expensive, like all the above. Which that girl was garbage. She was only with him for his looks anyway. It was clear despite how much she talked to him, she never actually took in a single ounce of his personality or cared at all. Yeah, it wasn't. So sorry, Ozma. You're off the mark with that one. And she about to pass out. Putting in all that work and not having any Oh! She's out cold! Okay. You drop that line and then pass out. You just can't. He cannot get their laughs out of his head. Oh my god. They were in the beginning of the episode, they were a second ago, and now they're here as well. They just haunt the hell out of him. Has Ozma always been kind of watching over him since then? Yeah, and then she came here, and now we're seeing the beginning of this flashback where she comments on his eyebrows, which we saw at the beginning of the episode. You made your hair lighter, so if you're you gotta make your eyebrows lighter as well, maybe. Can I mess with him? So yeah, he started running with the middle part. He got a different backpack. And look at that, she heard them laughing, saw you walking by in a bad mood, and has since been commenting on every little thing you're making efforts to change about yourself. And now was telling, oh man, she's noticed it all. Come on, they're meant for each other. Come on, this story, you better have them get together at least by the end of it. I know they're gonna be a slow burn, and it's probably gonna be Nisshi Yamada. Something happens with them over the next couple episodes, and like I said, the last leg of the season will be about these two. But like, come on, something has to happen with them. They're like fucking meant for each other. Just the fact that she has noticed everything since middle school that he's been doing is just like that comment about her rooting for him is so obviously true. But she wasn't at all, and now he knows that she wasn't at all. She never was making fun of you. She was really rooting for you to gain some confidence when those girls were making fun of you and all that garbage. Having more confidence in himself, which, to be fair, having more confidence in... She looked at it incorrectly. She wasn't looking at it he was changing because those girls were making fun of him. She thought he just became interested in all this kind of stuff, and so she was trying to help him and point out that stuff looks good when he does it, and all the above. She obviously doesn't know the big reasoning for why he started doing that in the first place was because of those bitch girls, which is why she said, you know, you got into fashion, right? Better enjoy it. But I really do like that she is kind of, even if she had that misconception, I actually think I like that better. She did not need a reason like those girls were being mean to him to suddenly start pushing him and rooting him on. She saw him making active changes and wanted to root for him in making those changes no matter what the reason for making them was. I actually like that even better. That she didn't seemingly know about the girls at all. Her whole thing that she said that she thought he got just into fashion and that he should enjoy it implies that she doesn't know why he actually started changing those things about himself. I actually really like that even better, I think. She was just constantly telling you, I've had the wrong idea this whole time. He thought the way that she was commenting on stuff was just her like commenting on it, you know, complimenting him, but actually making fun of him in her head. And it was actually never like that. He, because of his own bad experiences and his very misanthropic view of things and his very pessimistic view of things, was kind of like, yeah, this girl, she's actually just making fun of me. That was never the case. You're what? Oh. He peacefully fell asleep after. That's hilarious. He doesn't know how to bring up the misconception he's had this entire time. Zenbu! That's scary. Weird news stranger saying sorry. As long as you're the one saying it, Taira. Man. I love it because this will help him get over his middle school trauma. He's so traumatized from what happened in middle school, and any thought of middle school at all always used to turn his thoughts horribly negative. But now, anytime he thinks of Ozma from his middle school, who he's already been becoming better friends with as the story has progressed, now as well, the middle school misconceptions he had about her can be wiped clean, and he can actually have a good memory from middle school that there was a girl who was genuinely rooting for him and the changes he was making in himself, and she was genuinely like, yeah, like genuine compliments for him, where he completely misread that. Now his middle school experience is not only negative when he looks back, and I think that'll really help him begin to fully move on from that. Because he's already made new friends, and we've already seen him begin to move on and you know, have good, like, we have scenes where he's like smiling or getting into like whatever festival thing they're doing and stuff like that. We've seen many examples of that throughout, and so he is changing and moving on. But anytime he thought of middle school, it would immediately turn negative. He'd immediately turn bad mood, just bad everything. But now there's maybe something else that can help him begin progressing and moving on from just looking back and getting depressed thinking about it.
静かな時間は人の目に映った自分ばかり気にするくせに傷つきたくないから無駄に距離を置くところ思い込みの激しさ反省するところだらけなのに
Now I'm full of regrets.
それよりもバカみたいに全力ダッシュしたこととか
Look at the way he's holding the umbrella.
その状況がバカバカしくて実はちょっと面白かった
And yeah, because Ozma commented on the fact that he was giggling as they ran about being thought of as an equal.
些細な嬉しさばかりが反芻されて嬉しいのか情けないのか安心したのか自分でも分からないまま少しだけ涙が出た
Taira, you're gonna make me cry. What the hell, man? Oh my god. Well, that was really sad and happy. It's like, it's not sad. It's really happy. Oh, that he like, oh, Taira. His segments are always so good, man. He's such a fucking good character, dude. I love this scene here. Like, that was, man, fuck you. A whole entire half of the episode. I don't know if we're going to keep going, but it seems like we're probably moving on. But a whole like half of the episode dedicated to Taira and Ozma is peak polar opposites. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All I worry is about how other people see me, but I don't want to hurt anyone, so I put unnecessary distance between us. Could never get close to anybody after what happened back then, but that has gradually broke down more and more and more. I put myself down the way I jump to conclusions. You're extremely happy, buddy. It's a welling of a bunch of emotions that he, you know, regrets maybe how he's continued to existed since his middle school trauma that he went through. He's very happy that he's making these new happy connections and having these happy fun moments, and relieved that one of his friends actually thinks of them as an equal, as a friend, and isn't just putting up with him or secretly laughing at him in their head. Like, it's all three of the emotions, and that's fine. People are complicated. You're never just gonna feel one way about something. But this feels like a huge moment for Taira. That's so sweet. Oh, Taira. Oh my god, man. I love him so much. Ozma again. Oh, he's at 3 this time. Wow, he went to 3 instead of the farthest one away. I think they always overlap, Ozma. I think he's just always gone as far away as possible on the very last train, so he wouldn't be near anybody. But this time he made an effort to come here, and I feel like they're gonna start going to school every single day now, together. A few minutes later. It was probably a lot more peaceful at that car, to be honest. Less people. But you made an effort. Oh man, it's so good. He had that whole revelation the night before, and he immediately went to a train car where he might run into Ozma. And stopped trying to avoid, you know, things like possibly running into his old middle school people or whatever. He stopped trying to avoid that. That was a peak fucking segment. What? What is with that devious look? Something feels like it's wrong. You're giggling at me in a creepy way. So you're just not gonna speculate on it this time? What's he gonna ask? You should just ask her. Beaten, goofy face. Hi, Nisshi. So is Suzuki gonna pull up here? Is she gonna pull up with Yamada? Knowing that Tani works at the same time as Nisshi, is she gonna pull up with Yamada? I bet that's what she's gonna do, to fuck with both of them. Because she'll pull up to mess with her boyfriend, and she'll bring Yamada to mess with Nisshi. But also mess with both Yamada and Nisshi at the same time. For some reason, even though I haven't spoken with Tani very much. Because to be fair, Tani and Taira know Yamada's in love, but they don't know with who. He never said with who. Suzuki's the only one who knows with who. She's barely spoken to him, but she still feels like she knows him because they talk so much. Oh god, this poor girl. Mental focus. She is so overthinking over here. Tani's just like, what the fuck is going on next to me? Oh man, yep, I fucking knew it. I knew it, 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 I knew it. You're gonna be too obvious. That's right, because I forget that Suzuki's kind of admitted to Yamada that she knows that he's in love with Nisshi, right? I think that occurred. That has to be a reference to something with how Suzuki knows what she's doing here. She's trying to be a matchmaker. Nisshi hit a kyun.
じゃなくても大丈夫です。よかった。読む本でも。
Yamada's like, you're gonna make it too obvious. She's like, no, I won't. She's already making a face, and then she shows up here, and first thing she does is dramatically leave the two of them alone. I guess Tani's there, so not much you can do about that, but she went and left in that cool way. You thought that was cool?
敬語また出てんじゃん
でも今のは鈴木さんにだから
あいつも同級生じゃん
確かに
Having Tani here, Tani, go help your girlfriend find a book. Go help your girlfriend find a book. Go help.
なんだろう
なんで敬語
She was it's a little thing for just the two of you that nobody else knows or is clued in on, but yeah, she still talks formal to everybody, but she's kind of slowly stopped doing that with Yamada. The two of us meet and text each other. Tani's about the last person who's gonna think that kind of thing. If I'm being just, he's more observant now. He's grown a lot throughout the story, but I still am gonna be honest. I don't think he'd notice. Okay, no, he's staring. Never mind. He's staring at the books. I thought he was gonna be clued in for the first time, but he hasn't noticed a damn thing. He's thinking about the returns. Oh man. Another book you'd recommend. Oh, Tani got up and left. Oh, never mind. Or is Tani gonna recommend the book? It's no-san. Yeah, Tani's not picking up on the vibes here at all. If only Tani would think about what Yamada told them over break, he could maybe pick up on the vibes, but he's just thinking about his job. That's all he's thinking about. Gave him like a comic book. Is that like a comic book? Nisshi cackling. What? Nisshi finds it hilarious. Yes. Tani, now take that information and push it just a tad bit forward. Why would she want to come with Yamada? Yamada told you something about his romantic life over the break. There's a girl to your right. He was talking about her about topics you've never heard about. There's three things we should be putting together here. But of course, it's Tani. It's probably not gonna happen. He's actually reading it. And now they're processing the returns. Isn't true. It probably is true, but it's not her main purpose for coming here. She always wants to see you, so that's always just a purpose in the back of the mind. The main purpose was bringing Yamada in front of Nisshi so she could watch. Few other tiny errands. Yeah, tiny. Yeah, so she went from saying hi, which is more proper, I guess, to saying Yeah. Oh, his first name. Yeah, called his first name for the first time. Is he gonna say he'd like that?
Nisshi Natsumi.
Oh. He knows your full name. I want to try that thing that beeps. No, he's going looking for her name as an excuse to. This is his excuse to say her name over and over and over again. That was so cute. Oh my god, dude. I can't handle this damn show. Because they're. She's leading the pack. The third years are prepping for their college stuff and job shit. These two are so goddamn cute.
放課後まで待たなくても
He
愛せるんだ
doesn't
けど
But he's gonna wait until after school so he can see you.
さすがにわかる
そういえば
Tani, brother, please, please. Suzuki saw it literally instantly. Please, Tani, please, I'm begging. He's pretty amazing. Being my pal's pal means we're all buds. A memory from some other time. Why don't we use a different memory from some other time where he told you guys that he's in love with somebody?
私ここで
お、そっか。
バイバイ
またな
I love it. I also just love having Nisshi more involved with the group. Like when we went to New Year's, she wasn't there and that made me a bit sad. Like I know she isn't fully a focal part of the friend group just yet, but like I do wish she was involved more. I like seeing her involved with the friend group and stuff, but obviously she's in a different class and it's kind of Yamada's like secret little crush and the whole group isn't super close with her. So it makes sense she's not just suddenly hanging out with the whole group out of nowhere. But I do think it'll be fun whenever maybe her and Yamada start dating and she does get more involved.
西さんち門限厳しそうだし。
He's literally saying details about the family that nobody else would know.
お、紳士。
What a gentleman. Tani. Oh. Got caught. Got caught looking back to see if Yamada had turned around as well. Tani, there's no way.
また出てるじゃん。
There's no way you haven't put it together. They're so close out of nowhere. I'm not going to repeat it. I'm not going to repeat it. I've repeated like 5 different times the 3 things that clearly indicate what's going on here.
また
Another
好きにな
one.
りに行ってる
Yes! Yes, Tani, this is the memory we needed to pull up. He's doing it. He's beginning to believe.
そう。
あそういうことか
He did it! Let's go, Tani, the growth. You'll love to see it. If this is the beginning of the series, he never would have came to that conclusion. It still took him a minute, but he got there. Suzuki's like, he picked up on it.
やっぱ嘘じゃん
So it was a lie.
いやーそれもまた本心なんだ
It was an excuse for her to see you and set the two of them up.
山田
おはよ
パン食べながら投稿してんの
う。かんなくてよ。
Is the norm for that. Yeah, you're scolding him not because he's eating it on the way to class here, but because he should have been doing it with jam and toast.
私は一つ
We didn't see much of Honda this
西に
season.
隠していることが
There's
あ
one
る
more thing that I'm hiding. Why is the door like locked like that? Oh, has Nisshi admitted to her what their relationship is? I think Nisshi has admitted that she likes him. I think, didn't she already kind of do that? But now, I think she already did that. Yeah, Honda already knows that they like each other, clearly. She already knows that, but now she's trying to get information on how their relationship is going and how close their relationship is.
どうしたの急に友達なのかな
That's not enough of an answer.
修学旅行中に呼び出されて
Exactly.
二人で遊びに出も服とって
Yeah, friends.
友達いや
You're in the talking stage. That's how you could describe it. I don't know if Japan has a talking stage, and I also hate things like the talking stage as is, because people take advantage of that. You know, there's people who will do what I consider to be awful shit, and that's romantically talk to multiple people at once. They're like, well, it's not cheating, I'm not actually dating anybody, you're a scumbag. Anyway, talking romantically with romantic conditions with multiple people at once is shitty. I'm not talking about it any further. That pisses me off.
いやそんな私は
Even if you're not dating. Sorry, last thing.
全然今のままでも十分
Honda getting pissed off over here. Is she trying to get Nisshi to admit that she wants to date him?
いいよ西はそのままでいいの進展したいとかそういうのは私は全然今のままで
Honda's getting pissed that she's not being truthful.
なのかな
I think.
うわもうじれったい
This is so aggravating. She's like, you're practically dating already. Just date.
焦らずじっくり見守るはいお付き合いあ言っちゃった
Honda! God damn it. Her thoughts became too overwhelming. She couldn't help but blurt it out.
いやでも私
It's all I can do to deal with things the way they are.
西ごめんね西は知らないと思うけど西のこと嫌いだったんだ
Whoa. when we first met, I hated you. Holy shit. Is this gonna be high school entrance, like first year, second year? Because they're second years now, but maybe this was they met when they were first years.
次の授業の教室って
Her social anxiety was even like significantly worse than it is now. Honda's really helped her with that, clearly. The name of the
すいません一度困っていたところを話しかけたら
she thought I was someone who'd always help her, so she just stuck around her.
自分が落ち着
I
か
have to
ない
fix it or I can't relax.
別に思いやりの優しさじゃない
It's literally just a tick. But then again, you say that, but I don't know if I completely find that to be true. But then again, we don't know a whole ton about Honda at the end of the day. But we'll see how true this statement is here, that it's not kindness or empathy. But yeah, basically she's just saying that she felt that it was an issue and she wanted to fix it, and then just, yeah, Nisshi started sticking to her.
優しい人って思われてるんだろうな実際の自分よりも
Well, you have seen some of those inner thoughts, and some of them are quite dark
そういうの
sometimes.
嫌だな苦手
Cozy up because they want to be
全然そんな性
closer.
格じゃないから
Oh god, world turn and monochrome real quick.
そういうの傷つ
You're
く
talking about your own emotions, moron. And when they said that, it made me sad. That kind of thing hurts.
自分に自信がない人や自分のことをかわいそうと思ってる人に好かれる
People who feel sorry for themselves get attached to me. Nothing good ever comes
共
of
感する
it.
のがにわかるとか言えないし
Mhm.
嫌ならやめれば
それができないから悩んでるんじゃん。リカ子ちゃんにはわからないよね。
because of her like problem and solution mindset, I would say I also tend to be the same way. If there's a problem, no matter who it's for, where it is, the first thing I'm doing is looking for a solution. And if there's a solution in front of me, I'm doing it. Even though they try to cozy up, they go and draw lines between us. Yeah, so basically whenever she comes out with that problem and solution mindset, you know, they end up drawing lines because she's just maybe thinking there's a balance to hit, and it's easier said than done to do for someone like myself and someone like Honda, who are so you know, problem and solution oriented. But there is a mix of just helping people find a solution and helping people work through emotions about whatever situation they're in as well. Say they're stressed about something, then instead of just immediately looking for a solution, you can try and help them calm their stress a bit, and then they'll come up with a solution. And so sometimes if you're just like solution, people end up drawing lines because that's not innately what they want. It's a hard line to toe. I'll be the first to admit, because I do get what Honda's saying. I find myself to be kind of similar.
リカ子ちゃんが可愛いからそうやって強くいられるんだよ
上の人にはわからないっていう
People
か
on top. Hey, yeah.
自分のコンプレックスから生えてきたトゲを他人に向けるなごめん
Oh god! Sorry I said that out loud. Ooh, don't use the thorns that grow out of your complexes on other people. Damn.
絶対相性悪いとこ
And she's gonna still stick with her.
言い方きつい言われるまで気づかなかったアドバイスされたかったわけじゃないんだ
Okay, I wanted you to give me a kiss. So she gives all different responses. What Nisshi needs is solutions. She's such an unbelievable overthinker that when presented with a solution that she never thought of, because she overthinks so much, she can't find a solid solution. Where other people, you know, they're stressed about something, they have an issue, they know there's maybe a solution, but when they talk to it with people, they're maybe just trying to vent or not exactly trying to find a solution right away. With Nisshi, she overthinks so much she can't see the obvious solution, so when Honda provides it, she's like, oh, okay. I really like this backstory. It's very complicated. It tackles a subject that I myself tend to actually struggle with sometimes, where if someone presents a problem, instead of just letting them either vent or try and you know, just help them work through it emotionally or something when they might know the solution, I'm always like, here, do this, solve the problem. Here, do this, solve the problem. I really actually resonate with Honda quite a bit here. Not necessarily on the fact that, like, you know, I've experienced what she's experiencing, but I resonate with that problem and solution immediate mindset. For some things, I'll be the first to admit there are some things that I also tend to just put off and not think about. But if there is a problem, I tend to immediately want to solve it. At least for when it comes to like other people. If someone presents a problem to me, I'm like, well, hey, you could do this for the solution, this for the solution, and yeah, it's a very interesting mix of, you know, like I don't think. It's a hard issue to really tackle, like I mentioned, because I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting to immediately find the solution to a problem. But I also think I'm gonna let the episode play out because this is a bit of a complicated issue for me personally as well. So I'm not quite sure how to put it into words correctly. Maybe we'll get there in a minute. It's not like it's not like I wanted you to give me advice. That line. It's not like I wanted you to give me advice. Okay, I think maybe I got it. I don't think it's fair for people. I think it's fair that the person who's so problem and solution should also try and figure out when a person isn't innately looking for a solution, but I also don't think it's fair for the person with the problem to then get mad at someone for trying to find a solution when you bring them a problem. I think it's bullshit that all these girls who have these issues who come to Honda about it, and Honda tries to, in her mind, provide them a solution for the problem, them then getting pissed at her. That's not fair. That's not fair at all to do that to somebody. You brought a problem to them, and just because they can't read your psychic mind waves to find out that you're not looking for a solution from them, you get pissed and draw a line? Like, no, just tell them, hey, I just want to vent about this for a bit. I'm kind of upset about this, and there you go. It's that simple. I don't think it's, yeah, I don't innately think that Honda should be the one to have to change in that situation. But I also think it's a good thing to be able to read into situations when someone maybe isn't exactly looking for a solution. And I also don't necessarily think every situation that is a problem needs to be solved immediately. The fact that that's just this kind of tick for Yamada maybe isn't innately a great thing. I keep saying Yamada, Honda maybe isn't a great thing either. It's a complicated issue, and I really like that we're actually tackling something like this. The solution is interesting, though. Honda's not really changing much. Maybe she will, as we see her in the current day. She is kind of different, though she on the stairs there, she just blurted out what the solution should be. You should date already. But we're finding out that Honda just found somebody who will actually take her advice, who literally doesn't know how to solve their own problems, aka Nisshi, because she overthinks so much, and Honda's solutions actually help her quite a bit. Not expecting to accept her. She's showing her like a comedy video there from that comedy show that Nisshi watches, and look, now you two just get along, buddy. You were best buds. Oh. She was the one who had accepted me. What a line. The more she refused to reject me and made it easy to be with her. The mindset she approached her with, and and she just like tried to ignore her to put distance. She never noticed that maybe I didn't speak loud enough. Oh, bro, this episode's so peak. Oh my god. At the very least. Oh, I love it. I like they became friends, but Honda still thinks about how she treated her in the beginning and regrets doing as such to such a genuinely nice girl. And now she's here and she wants to help. She desperately wants to help give her a push in a situation where she's trying to let them have their own pace. She's trying desperately not to let her, problem and solution mindset come through, but she really wants to give her a push when she seems like they're kind of stuttering, like they're effectively dating at this point with how much they do together, but one of them needs that final push to really make a final move and start dating, which is why I think this might lead to Nisshi actually being the one to confess, and I think Nisshi will confess to Yamada. I've been saying that every episode so far. I don't think Yamada will confess.
自分の気持ちに自覚はあるけど、自分が彼女をしてる想像がつかない。
I love the OST playing here. Girl, he is head over heels for you too. Come on.
逆のイメージは
What about imagining the opposite? You imagine a situation where you just stay friends and nothing ends up happening?
そのうち山田が他の誰かに
Would you want that?
日誌はそれを応援できる
That is fantastic advice. That is exactly the push this girl needed.
絶対する。私、山田君の彼女に
Yeah!
なりたい。
Fuck yeah. This Yama, I thought Honda was gonna be hitting the fucking sphincter face.
でも見なかった。
I never thought a day I'd feel this way would come.
ちなみに吉報バレンタインあげる
Ah, give him some for Valentine's. That's true. Valentine's is coming up.
というか、
バレンタインは毎
Gets
年どの
every
界隈も盛
community
り上がる
excited.
界隈って何？
楽しみだね
I can't wait! That was an unbelievably good episode. That was so good. The Taira stuff in the beginning with Ozma as well. Very much Taira focused, of course, but Ozma being involved, and the huge step in Taira's growth as a person. And then Nisshi and Honda backstory was so good as well. The bookstore where Tani, using all the growth he's had throughout the series, was able to figure out that there is a romantic connection between Nisshi and Yamada without Suzuki saying anything to him. He figured that out completely on his own. Beginning of this show, Tani would never have been able to do that. This was an unbelievably peak episode in every single segment for different reasons. So good. Peak. That's a fantastic episode. Going back to the Honda segment, because I wanted to talk about that a bit more. It was this kind of thing where the line from Honda, don't use the thorns that grow out of your complexes on other people. Yeah, because it's like these lines about like it's not like I wanted you to give me advice. There was one more, I think, right? Rikako-chan, that was a harsh way of putting it. Yeah, it's that kind of thing also where like it's a good trait of Nisshi's, because where you could maybe think of it as, because I know Honda herself admits that she was effectively bullying Nisshi. Nisshi was trying to reach out to her and stuff, and she was just ignoring her and not treating her well and stuff like that. She's like, it's effectively bullying her. But I think it's a good trait of Nisshi's where when someone gives her advice, she's able to genuinely take it. It's such a interesting and complex problem, because I think for Honda, she could improve on I think she's probably the one who needs to improve the least. These people who come to her just expecting her to be able to mind read that they weren't looking for a solution is stupid, unbelievably stupid. But I also think she is. See, it's such a hard issue because I'm kind of thinking about myself as well, and I feel like that's something that I need to be better on, is not necessarily immediately just jumping to a solution. I should try and gauge how the other person is feeling, but I also feel like for the other person, if they're not looking for a solution, they should just fucking say that. I think it's stupid to go to somebody and present a problem, and then when they present a solution, get upset that they're presenting a solution to you. Like, if you don't want advice, just say you don't want advice and you want to rant or you want to whatever. If you say that, I'm sad. I'm here, I'm listening, I'm like, oh, that fucking sucks. I'm so sorry that's happened to you. But otherwise, the way that I think, I want to find a solution to the problem. Like I said, it's a very complex issue, and I actually really like that this story presented something that is, at least to me, very complex. And I do think innately, yeah, I'm not a big fan of these girls getting mad at her for presenting a solution when they bring a problem, when they didn't make it clear that they weren't looking for a solution. That's dumb, in my opinion. But yeah, anyway, there's a lot to dissect there, and my thoughts are really all over the place, so I apologize, but this is something that I shockingly, a show that brought up something that I directly deal with and think about, so yeah, anyway. I think everybody just needs more open communication. I think that's how it needs to go. I'm trying to think if there's really anything else I have to say about the Honda Nisshi situation. Yeah, I think Honda and Nisshi just both kind of found their person. they work so well together. Nisshi overthinks and has a lot of issues, and Honda is very good at taking problems and solving them, and so they're like perfect buds for each other. Where other things didn't work, they worked perfectly. So what do you know here? I'm back to address something because I immediately thought of it after. Because another reason that Honda kind of, you know, lashed out, and I was talking about it already, that people already over and over again kept coming to her with the problems, that she would give them a solution, and then they would draw a line upset that she presented a solution when they were looking for that, despite never communicating that they weren't looking for a solution. It's well a thing of, you know, there was many dialogues of people throughout saying things of like, oh, you know, Honda, you're so put together, people at the top wouldn't understand. And Honda's like, I'm not at the top, that's not true at all, I'm just looking for solutions. And so people continued to put more and more expectations on her shoulders and things like that, and it kind of all just built up until she would just, you know, crash out at people and just continued pushing people away whenever they came to her. And that's why when Nisshi came to her, she thought it was going to be the same type of situation. She was fed up with people pushing their shit onto her, and so she just, you know, tried to push Nisshi away, and now obviously feels really bad about doing that because she sees the kind of person that Nisshi is. Anyway, I don't want to throw this in there because I literally stopped recording and I was like, oh yeah, that is kind of, because I was scrolling through looking for thumbnail stuff and I saw those lines and I was like, okay, I need to address that as well because I kind of skipped over that. All in all, great segment. It was very, very complicated despite being such a short segment. And maybe it's not as complicated as I'm saying. Maybe it's pretty simple and I'm over here overcomplicating it. Very possible. I did that a lot. Anyway, back to the video. Anyway, I think that's about all I have to say. I'm really trying to think if I have anything else to say about this Honda and Nisshi situation before I just wrap it up, but I really don't think I do. So I think it is going to wrap it up for my reaction to You and I Are Polar Opposites Season 2, Episode 4. This might be one of the best episodes of the entire show. The Taira stuff at the beginning was absolutely fantastic. He got over a preconceived notion he had about Ozma from the beginning, and can begin continuing to grow from that. I feel like this is a big turning point for Taira, especially the part where he said, where is it at? I cried a little. That got me, man. That was, I love it. And then this whole segment where the bookstore segment was fun, and then Tani using all that growth he's had to fully figure it out, and then the Honda backstory. 3 incredibly good segments, man. Honda and Nisshi backstory, 3 really great segments. But yeah, because you can see, like I mentioned, I also don't think it's the best thing ever to be so a problem and solution mindseted. Then again, is it a bad thing? I'm trying to think if that's really innately a bad thing. I suppose maybe the way that Honda presents, we didn't really see any of her conversations with girls. We just heard that apparently she presented one too harsh, which, like, if people keep coming to you with their problems, and you present a solution and then they get upset at you for presenting a solution, naturally you're going to start, you know, pushing people away easier, or you're going to be maybe more harsh about it, just expecting the same response as always, or some garbage like that. Because I'm trying to think, is there really any downsides to, you have a problem, you immediately want to find a solution? I don't think when you're thinking about yourself, I don't think that's innately a problem. But say someone came to Honda and was like, I suppose this isn't a situation we saw. What if someone came to Honda and was like, I have this problem, can I just rant to you about it? And she still was just trying to find solutions. I feel like that would be an issue. If you're so solution and problem oriented that you can't just sit there and listen to someone vent and then they can figure it out on their own, they just wanted to divulge information to you, that I would say is bad. But I don't think Honda is at that level, or at least she has grown from that, because Nisshi talks about stuff all the time and Honda just lets them take their own pace. All she did here was help give Nisshi a little push into acknowledging her own feelings, and of course, you know, she did slip out and say just date already, but you know, this is just great. Their friendship is great. Whole situation is really complicated and I really like that. There's a bunch of different aspects to it, and so yeah, I could be wrong in some area. It's hard to like formulate thoughts on the spot like this for an issue like this that's a little more nuanced and stuff. So my thoughts are all over the place, and I apologize. I'm saying shit different here in the outro than I said during the episode, and I was all over the place during there as well. But anyway, I think it is gonna wrap it up from Reaction to You and Our Polar Opposites Season 2 Episode 4. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I hope you all have a good day.